Hi, I'm Dr. Shambhu Yadav, a neuroscientist and a stress biologist from Harvard Medical School. So, today I'm going to give you a neuroscience backed way to make habit stick and break habit cleanly without relying on motivation. And here is the core idea: habit don't live in your personality, they live in your loops, and loop can be redesigned. So, first, what a habit really is. A loop your brain trusts. A habit is a three-part loop: cue, routine, reward. Cue is what triggers the behavior, and the routine is the behavior itself, and reward is what your brain gets from it: relief, pressure, control, distraction, comfort, a sense of completion. Your brain repeats what gets rewarded, not what you should do. And this is important because most people attack the routine while ignoring the reward. They say stop scrolling, stop snacking, stop procrastinating. But the brain still wants the reward, right? So it simply find another routine that provides the same reward. And that's why you can quit one habit and accidentally create a new one. If you want change to last, you have to work with the reward system, not against it. So the brain is habit machinery. Why habit becomes automatic? When you repeat a behavior in a stable context, your brain starts predicting. It learns when QX happen, routine Y lead to reward Z. And over time, the Q alone creates a small spike of craving or urge. Not because you are weak, because your brain is preparing you for a predicting reward. This is why you can be fine all day when walk into a certain room, see your phone, smell coffee, sit in your car and suddenly feel full. And that's pull is prediction. And the prediction is the engine of habits. So when people say, I don't know why I do this, the neuroscience says you do know. Your brain learned a reliable loop and knew it run it with the minimum effort. So now let's make it more practical way. I will show you how to build a habit and how to break habit using the same science. So the part number 1, how to make habit. 4 locks method. If you want a habit to stick, you need 4 things locked in. Make it obvious, make it easy, make it satisfying, make it repeated in the same context. I call this the 4 locks because they all 4 are Persian. The brain stop negotiating. So the lock number 1, make it obvious. If you rely on the memory, you will fail under stress. So you build cue into the environment. If you want to read, put the book on your pillow. If you want to work out, put shoes next to the door. And if you want to write something, open the document and leave one unfinished sentence. The brain follows what it sees first. And the lock number 2, make it easy. Your brain avoids high friction when it's tired. So you shrink the habit until it becomes non-negotiable. Now work out for 45 minutes. Start with 2 minutes of the moment, not immediate for 20 minutes. Start with 3 slow breaths. Just simple the meditation or mindfulness. Not a study for the 2 hours. Start with 1 active recall question. Easy is not the childish. Easy is strategic. Easy creates consistency, and consistency creates automation. Lock number 3, Make it satisfying. Your brain wires habit through the reward. So you need a reward that is immediate, not theoretical. You can't tell your brain this is pay off this 6 months and expect it to cooperate daily. Instead, you attach an immediate satisfaction signal, a checkbox, a stick tracker, a quick done note, a small ritual you enjoy after the habit like tea, music, coffee, or shower. This is not the bribery, this is reinforcement. So the lock number 4, that is repeat in a stable context. The brain learns best when the same cue lead to the same routine. So you attach your new habit on existing anchor. And this is habit stacking. After I brush my teeth, I do 2 minutes of stretching. After I pour coffee, I write 3 sentences. After I sit at my desk, I plan my top task. The more stable the context, the faster the habit becomes automatic. That's how you build habits. But what about the breaking them? So the part number 2, how to break a habit. The interrupt, replace, reduce method. Breaking a habit is not mainly about the stopping. It's about the removing the brain expected reward pathway. And here is the method. Interrupt the cue. Replace the routine, reduce the reward. So the step number 1, interrupt the cue. If you keep the same cue in place, you will keep triggering the same urge. So you change the environment. If you scroll at night, charge your phone outside the bedroom. If you snack while watching TV, don't eat in the living room. If you procrastinate at your desk, change the location for first 20 minutes of work. This is not avoidance, this is rewiring. And the brain can't run a loop that doesn't get triggered. So the step number 2, replace the routine, keep the reward. Remember, the brain wants the reward. So you ask one question here. What reward is this habit giving me? Most bad habits are not random, they provide something real. Scrolling might provide the relief, distractions, social connections, or novelty. Snacking might provide the comfort, stimulation, or a break. Procrastination might provide anxiety relief. So you keep the reward but change the routine. If you want relief, do a 60-second reset. Walk, stretch, breathe, step outside. If you want novelty, read one short article, play one song, do one quick quiz. If you want comfort, tea, warm shower, brief, connect with someone safe. And this is the clean way to break habit. Not by the fighting reward, by rerouting it. Step number 3, which is reduce the reward. Finally, you make the old habit less rewarding. And this is where friction matters. Make the habit harder to do. Log out of the app, delete shortcut, use website blocker, keep a snack out of immediate reach. Don't store the trigger in your line of sight. The brain follows convenience. If the old habit becomes the inconvenient and the replacement becomes the convenient, the loop shifted. So the single most important concept, identity follows evidence. Most people try to change habit by changing self-talk. I am disciplined now, I am not that person anymore. But the brain believes behavior more than words. So here is the science-based approach. Use tiny action as identity evidence. Every time you do the habit, you prove something to your brain. I am a person who shows up. I am a person who follows through. I am a person who can delay impulses. And that's why the tiny habit work. They create frequent evidence, and the evidence rewires identity. So, what to do when you relapse? Because you will. So, relapse doesn't mean you failed. Relapse means your old loop is still strong. In neuroscience terms, the old pathway didn't vanish, it just wasn't activated for a while. So, when you relapse, don't do self attack, do diagnosis. Ask question: what was the cue? What reward was I seeking? What would be a better replacement next time? What friction can I add so it harder to repeat? That turned relapse into redesign. And redesign is progress. So the practical 7 days habit reset, simple and realistic. If you want to apply this today, here is a simple plan. Day 1, choose one habit to build and one habit to break. Day 2, identify cue, routine, reward for both. Day 3, design the environment, make the new habit obvious and easy. Day 4, add an immediate reward, track it, make it, acknowledge it. Day 5, add friction to the bad habit and remove easy access. Day 6, create replacement routine that matches the reward. And the day 7, review, trigger and refine, keep what works. 1 week won't make you perfect, but it will make your system smarter, and habits are the system. So, my friend, the science of the habit is not a magic, it's a loop, it's a rewards, and it's an environment. Make the good habit obvious, easy, satisfying, and repeated in the same context. Break the bad habit by interrupting cue, replacing routine while keeping reward, and reducing reward through friction. You don't need more motivation, you need a better loop. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.